This is Phoenix canariensis, the Canary Island date palm, native to the Canary Islands, and then popularized and put into the landscape industry decades ago, and is grown all over the southwestern United States. Even when I lived for a little while in San Francisco, after the earthquake there in '89, was it '88 or '89? They had a big earthquake and they took down the freeway that used to run along the waterfront, and they kind of revitalized the waterfront. And the mayor at that time was friends with the mayor of LA and said, I want palm trees lining the waterfront and the wharfs and the piers in San Francisco, and they put in these Canary Island date palms because they're resistant to cold and heat, and they don't take a lot of water, and they're big and stately. And someone somewhere in the design world thinks that if you put palm trees, it'll draw tourists, even if you're in San Francisco. Now, I would have voted for something else in the San Francisco area, maybe like Monterey cypress or something that's more about Northern California, wetter, cooler, foggier. But anyways, they put these in. This is a big one in the Foothill Open Space Preserve. It's kind of wild out here. It's not getting a lot of water. It probably was dropped here by a bird about 25 years ago. Big, thick trunk, about 3 to 4 feet in diameter. Often the fronds don't fall off on their own. These have all been cut off kind of willy-nilly here at the bottom, laying on the ground. But often they're cut off with a chainsaw, and they leave this almost diamond-shaped petiole scar or cut. You can see at the top there, and kind of an interesting pattern. Each of the fronds or pinnate leaves is about 10 to 12 feet long. These are used often for big, open, stately types of designs, municipal buildings, entrance to a very large home. They're planted, I'd say, very modestly now, but in the last 50 years, quite heavily, so you see them around a lot. All palms, well, not all, but a lot of palms like regular water. This one is more drought tolerant than others. The Canary Islands aren't. They do have a fair amount of water, but it comes seasonally. So this one out here is just on its own. The one thing that you're not seeing here that's very characteristic of this palm for our unit, it's the only one that has large inflorescences that come out. They don't come out past the tips of the fronds, but they're pretty much bright orange. So you're not seeing them here, but you will see them in other pictures. If it's got bright orange kind of thing, which is the inflorescence inside there, kind of tucked in a little bit, then you know it's the Canary Island date palm, Phoenix canariensis.